because one person could make a difference as long as others would dare to care with them.
This is Curtis Legal welcoming you to Curtis Cast. I'm going to discombobulate, bisect, and dissect the technology that oftentimes comes from the mainstream media. Kick you some knowledge, maybe kick you in your tuchus too, because that's probably where your brains are. So don't remove yourself from Curtis Cast. And it's Jews in the news, or those who'd like to be Jewish just for the day without the bris. Barack Obama. Forget the middle name Hussein. He was on his way down to Boca Raton, which is the sixth borough of the city of New York. In fact, remember red buttons? Come on down to Century Village. And all of New York's Jews did. Well, they were all there. They had triple minions, men, women, everybody. And there was Barack. Instead of a shmata on his head, what did he have? He had the yarmulke. And he's talking about how he loves Jews, how he's not a Muslim, how he embraces Israel. And then the Weisenheimers started, right? Sam Levy of the Lower East Side said, now, wait a second. Barack, Baruch, whatever your middle name is or first name, how come every friend you have is named Ahmed, Abdul, Akbar, and I never see you hanging out with Shlomo, Itzhak, and Sammy? And Barack said, well, let me tell you how many Jewish friends I have. And he took all of 5 minutes. Meantime, all of a sudden, there was Ruth Silverstein who said, and Mr. Barack, Mr. Baruch, whatever your name is, how come your original name was Barry? You had such a good Jewish name. Why did you change it to this schmuckle name, Barack, Baruch, whatever? And then Barack Obama had to go on and talk about how his father was in Kenya. He was a deadbeat dad. He left his white mother in Kansas, and he went on and on. And you know what the end ended up happening? All the Jews were there sitting with their minions saying, not ready for prime time. I do not think he is going to be the first Jewish president. Meantime, flip the script, and it was that's right, John McCain, not wearing a yarmulke, but showing he's friend of the Jews, because when his very dear Kumbadachich, Reverend Hagee of San Antonio, you know, the Hola Ruola, the fundamentalist with the snakes around his neck, dancing with no shoes on, was attacking RCs, not Roman Catholics, real Christians, you Protestants. You know what I'm talking about. When he was attacking Roman Catholics, John McCain would not throw him under the bus. When all of a sudden, Hagee's comments emerged on the internet that he was talking about Hitler being a hunter, going after Jews, and it was biblical prophecy. Uh-oh, attack the chosen people? Can't do that. That's where the moolah shmoolah is for the failing John McCain when it comes to equaling the prowess fiscally of Barack Obama. So there goes Reverend Hagee. It's Jews in the news. Everybody wanted to be friends with the Jewish community to get their vote and, more importantly, to get their financial support. And over this Memorial Day weekend when you should be busting your buttons and britches with patriotic pride and going to Memorial Day commemorations and Memorial Day marches and parades instead of putting lotion on at the ocean and shopping till you drop. Oh, Barack Obama. The only injuries he ever suffered were paper cuts in avoiding U.S. military service, decided all of a sudden to take on John McCain, true military hero and patriot, by saying, how come you're not for the GI Bill? How come for this generation of GIs coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan, you don't want to give them all the benefits that our granddads, grandmas, oh, that's right, people like you, because you're too old to be president, used to get when coming back from WW2. You should be just as generous for this generation of GIs as the previous generation. And that caused John McCain to get apoplectic. How dare you? I've served this country. How have you served this country? But John McCain's point is this is a professional man and women's army with lots of benefits, with lots of pay. We need them to do a hike of 20, 25 years or more. And if all of a sudden we sweeten the GI Bill in which they can max and relax, get a full college education at the taxpayer's expense, why would they be wanting to eat rations and get bit by sand fleas in the middle of the deserts of Iraq and Afghanistan? Hey, John McCain, you make a very good point. They'll never stay in this man or woman's army if they get a GI Bill. They're going to be out of there on a college campus hitting the bomb and getting 4.0. Free speech, First Amendment right of free speech, but not when it comes to being an elected official. And remember, Star and Buck Wild, Power 105, more drugs, more guns, more hip-hop, more drive-bys, that's right. And then all of a sudden, Ixnay, Star gets thrown under the bus. Why? Because he attacks a rival at Hot 97, which says, we have more drugs, we have more violence, we have more gangs, we have more drive-bys. Actually said, oh, his adversary is a pedophile. So then all of a sudden, Councilman John Liu decides he is going to defend children against Starr. So he says he's nothing but a crazy, psychotic, racist pedophile. And guess where that all led us? Right into federal court. Starr, who says, I have the First Amendment right of free speech. Now that he's down the dial, I actually like the station he's on now because it's all rave, all ecstasy, lace dance music all the time. Forget the talk in the morning with Starr and Buck Wild. But he's saying, he can't do that to me. He's defamed me. How do you defame Starr? He is just a degenerate right down to the marrow of his bone. So a federal judge yesterday said, John Liu, city councilman of Flushing, Queens, you have not defamed Starr. That's impossible to do. But here's Mr. Politically Correct John Liu. God forbid, Curtis Lee says, hey, you know that Kung Fu Charlie who delivers menus and stuffs it under your door? Racist! Oh, xenophobic! Oh, take Curtis into court. You must apologize. Fake, phony, fraudulent hypocrites. They deserve one another. Starr and Councilman John Liu. He's back. Serial, smelly, professional homeless person. I'll sue you, Richard Kramer. Back with a vengeance in New Jersey. Remember the last time we saw him, he was in Morristown, New Jersey, stinking in that library seat like Pepe Le Pew, the skunk. And he refused to take a bath or shower. So everyone else would have to jump into a hazmat suit in order to read their Encyclopedia Britannicas. So instead of Morristown picking up the phone, calling 911 and telling the gendarme, the cops, hey, give him a wooden shampoo and drag him out, they were so politically correct. They said, can we bribe you to go? Please, please, please. And he said, oh, there's money in them hills. And he sued him. And so they settled. And he made lots of moolah and went off to Colorado to get his Rocky Mountain high. Well, now he's back. And Cory Booker in Newark, he's after you. Because some cop, some man or woman busting their shoes doing the right thing said, hey, you stink. Nobody else can sit here, wait for a New Jersey Transit train or wait for the Amtrak train because you're driving them with sugar. And so all of a sudden now he's gone to Newark federal court to sue Cory Booker and try to shake you down for every nickel, dime, and penny you have in the depleted treasury of Newark. He wants the gold leaf right on the golden dome of City Hall off Broad and Market. Yeah, that's right. The stinky, suing, homeless guy, Richard Kramer, is back. And you know something? Cory Booker, don't do this, but you'll settle just like the rest did. In this Memorial Day tribute, I'm reporting to duty to all of you because I'm coming at you in Dolby Sound. That's right. On one side, it's AM WABC, my place to be in the big NYC. Go to WABCradio.com to get your fix of audio. So nice they do it twice because I'm in La La Land, Cali at KABC.com out of the other Dolby speaker. But to go the full 9 yards for the full patriotic tribute of the Memorial Day weekend, you got to go to UberTV.com for your Curtis Cast.